Hey guys, it's Dragon here. I'm coming with a Lightsworn Chaos Turbo deck. That was a long name to say. I'm sorry about that, guys. It turbos out pretty well. It's got some consistencies, got some non-consistencies. It's there with consistency. Um, Ratios, it's pretty rare to draw certain things. It is a 60 card deck, so I hope you guys do enjoy this because I'm usually making 60 card decks, so I'm going with both side deck, extract, and main deck, so let's just go ahead and get started, right? This. Now, for the main deck, I do play double Chaos Dragon Levianeer as the boss monster of the deck. I don't play Black Luster Soldier on the beginning. I can't find the consistency to run Black Luster Soldier on the beginning. There's a lot of beautiful tech cards I want to play in the deck, but I can't really fit in. If you guys want to try to fit in Black Luster Soldier on the beginning, please try. Let me know down in the comments below what parts you think I should take out to put them in. But other than that, I think this is pretty much the best boss monster for me. Um, it's just pretty broken. It is searchable by one other monster in the deck, so I will let you guys know when we get there. Well, overall, it's pretty busted how it is. For Lightsworns, you do play double Raiden, triple Wulf, and triple Felis. Wulf and Raiden is both self-explanatory. Wulf and Raiden is just, it's too broken how they are. Raiden's the second best normal summon in the deck. Felis is put in. Back then I was running 2. I'm now running 3. The reason I'm running 3 is because I can switch it out for hand traps or other things that I desperately need in the deck. It's good going second because you could just take it out and just play your going second hand traps and stuff like that. But overall, it's basically it's there also to help both Minerva and Curious to get their effects to go off. For the best normal summon on the deck, I do play triple Lonefire Blossom, triple Predaplant over Scorpio, the one Cobra, and the one Glow Ball. These are both all these are self-explanatory. Lonefire Blossom helps you get Scorpio. Scorpio helps you get Cobra. Cobra gives you game. Uh, if you are able and successfully able to pull this engine off, you basically could have game. Now there could be problems where consistencies. So say you probably drew 2 Scorpios and 2, Lonefire Blossoms. This is okay. You can use the other for discard fodder. It's pretty good. The only one card you never want to see in your hand is either Cobra or Garnet, but most often you might not see them, most often you might. It just depends on how your opponent cuts the deck and things of that nature, as well as depends on what other cards you're willing to switch out, things of that nature. But I think overall this is the best from some of the deck. I do play the Small Clown engine, 1 Damage Juggler, 1 Hat Tricker, and 1 Trick Clown. Back in the day, I used to run 3 to 2 Hat Trickers. I think for right now, 2 is probably going to be overbearing unless you really think you need to. I personally only need 1, and then Damage Juggler is at 2, but it's still good. It's pretty broken how it is, so you can really go off more combos. And then Trick Clown is just Trick Clown. It's self-explanatory. You only ever need 1. Then I do play. Sorry about that, guys. I do play a small danger lineup. So I do play triple danger Mouthman, double snake, double Jackalope, double Nessie. These are all self-explanatory. The danger engine is self-explanatory. They're all busted in their own ways. Um, Danger Mothman is more busted than most of the other dangers, in my personal opinion. I'm only saying that because all the other dangers were hit to 2. All the good ones, which are these 3 right here. Danger Mothman is a substitute, which is a powerful substitute for them, because in this deck, it's okay to lose cards in your hands. You just get that free draw as well as a free summon. So it's a +2/-1, basically, in my personal opinion. But if it gets discarded, it's a -1 +1, or -2 +1, because of Danger Mothman's special ability. All the other dangers are all self-explanatory. Those of you that probably don't know what they do, Jackalope allows you to special summon Nessie. Nessie allows you to add any other danger card from your deck to your hand. Snake basically just special summon itself. And then Mouthman is basically discard. You and your opponent discard one card if this was the one that gets discarded. And both you and your opponent draws one card, discards one card. If any of the dangers gets discarded, that's what their all special abilities are. They're all pretty busted, especially with the spell card I play in the deck as well. Then I play a mini Chaos Engine. You got Collapserpant, Wyverbuster, both self-explanatory. They both have one. They're just pretty busted how they are. Then you play double Destrudo and then on one Supreme King Darkwurm. These are both self-explanatory. Supreme King Darkwurm basically allows you to get a free monster on board, and then Destrudo is just basically free monsters to summon on their board. It's pretty both all self-explanatory. Then you do play the World Chalice engine. You got World Chalice Guardragon. World Chalice Guardragon is both self-explanatory because if you play Ib and you don't play this card, you're not playing the deck right. This card right here allows you to special summon a level 4 normal monster from your graveyard to the field. So it basically can make Garnet not a dead card if it's in the graveyard. Then you got the one Brotaur. Brotaur allows you to search out Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It's basically for the card dragon combo. These are both self-explanatory. They do both the exact combos you need. Brotaur allows you to get that to your hand. That's why you need 2 discard cards as well as combo piece in your hand. You do play the one Blackwing Zephyros Delete. This just allows you to get rid of that dead Brilliant Fusion off the board. That way your opponent can't really hit you pretty hard. You get rid of Brilliant Fusion, special summon him. You got a combo piece on the board. Then for the last monster of the deck, you play one Garnet. Garnet's self-explanatory. Garnet's the busted engine in the deck, from my personal opinion. It's like the best card in the deck because you play Brilliant Fusion, so you need Garnet. Even though Garnet could be a dead card in your hand, that's why you play Sayuja. Sayuja just basically allows you to get it back to your deck. For the spell cards, you do play triple Charge Brigade, triple Solar Recharge. These are all self-explanatory. They do combo piece basically for you. You do play a decent amount of Lightsworn monsters in your deck, so you have to play these. So they're all self-explanatory in my personal opinion. You do play, for the other draw engine, you do play triple Allure of Darkness. This is why your dangers are so useful. You can banish the dangers if you don't feel like you need their special abilities at the time. Excuse me there, guys. But Allure of Darkness is just self-explanatory. It's another draw power in the deck. That way you can get more consistent hands. And then for the best spell card, in my personal opinion, in the deck, is triple Frozen Rose. If you guys have watched Team 6 Samurai X1's Chaos deck profile, he plays Frozen Rose as well. Frozen Rose is basically a monster, or basically a free add monster that you need in your hands. It's basically gets you the normal summon, the best normal summon in the deck. It's the only reason why I play it. Plus, you do play Azathoth in the extra deck, so you contribute Azathoth and activate this to get Lonefire Blossom into your hand. Plus, once your Azathoth's on the board, you don't have to worry about your opponent hand trapping you, except Infinite Parents. That's the only card that really can hurt this deck. I do play double Dragon Shrine, one Foolish Barrel. Dragon Shrine's for Destrudo and Darkwurm, so it's self-explanatory. And then you do got Foolish Barrel, which does the same thing for like Dragon Shrine, but it allows you to send whatever you need to the graveyard as best as possible. You got Brilliant Fusion, combo piece, World Chalice, Sensation, another combo piece, and Monster Reborn. Can be a combo piece if you guys really desperately don't need them. You could switch them out, take them out, things of that nature. So Monster Reborn does pretty much the same thing as Sensation, but Sensation basically tells you have to put it underneath the lake monster. Then for the trap, I do play Shade Brigade. Shade Brigade's just a free level 4 monster to get on the board. And then for the last 2 cards of the deck, because they're combo pieces and they're really needed for the one combo engine that you're pretty much going to summon, I do play Archlord Kristya and one Imperial Order. Now, the reason why I play Archlord Kristya is because Archlord Kristya basically does the same thing as Fossil Dino, but Archlord Kristya is a more bigger attack. So if your opponent was successfully to summon a monster, you don't have Heretic Seal on the board, it's okay. You do have a Beat Stick on the board, and your opponent can't really link away or do anything. So this right here basically does the same combo. And then Imperial Order is self-explanatory as well. Imperial Order allows you to basically say is I win against Sky Striker. So if you have both of these on board, your opponent, your Sky Striker player can't really do anything against you. That's it for the main deck. I'm gonna go with the extra deck. Play the one Minerva. Minerva is self-explanatory because you play Wulf and Felis. You might want to play Minerva. Plus, this is more of a mill deck, so you need stuff that you need both of these two in the graveyard to even start off your combos. So Minerva basically helps you get there. Like I said, I do play Azathoth. Frozen Rose basically, once you basically waste 4 summons to get Azathoth. You have your 2 level 4s, your overlay for him, and then you summon Azathoth, which is your 4th summon. Now, this is both self-explanatory. It's because of Nibiru, that's the reason why I play that Azathoth, because of that. Plus, I don't want my opponent hand-trapping me throughout the game, so I'll summon Azathoth just to prevent my opponent from doing so. Azathoth is just pretty busted how it is. You do run Ib as the only Synchro 5 because this basically allows you to go for combo piece. It's just the main combo engine piece that you need for your deck. Then for the negates, you do play F.A. Dawn Dragster, Warlord Savage, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is just for Guardragon engine. I do put on the Guardragon engine in this deck just to help me go up combos. Warlord Savage allows me to get a free negate on board, and then F.A. Dawn Dragster is basically a free negate into itself. So these are all self-explanatory. They're just your negate monsters. Then you play the one Seraph Knight because you do play Brilliant Fusion in the deck, and Brilliant Fusion basically gets you there. For the Guardragon engine, you play the one LP, one Agripane, and then one Heretic Seal. These are all self-explanatory. These basically all get you there. Heretic Seal is just pretty busted how it is. And then you got the Agripane and LP. LP gets you Bobar. And then you use Bulbar's effect to get Chaos Dragon Levianeer to bring your deck to your hand, and then you link with both LP and whatever monster is up here, or however you want to do it, and then you just Synchro Summon, or you Link Summon. So it's just pretty good of an engine. Sorry if you guys are hearing my laptop noises, it's just my laptop just doesn't want to stop. It keeps notifying me for something that I don't really need to know. For the rest, let me just go ahead and keep going. For the other Link 2 I did play in the deck is Nightmare Zephyros. I don't play Nightmare Phoenix because Nightmare Phoenix can become a dead card. Nightmare Zephyros, the reason why I say that is because the arrows, because most often I'll be summoning, I think on my left. No, I'll be summoning more on my right, so I'm going to need those arrows to point that direction, or however you guys see it here. I need the arrows, so this would be my right side. I need the arrows to point that direction, so that way I can get a monster here. And once I get a monster here, I'll just link away with this and just go off for more combos. So it's an Earth monster, so that's also another reason why, because I need another way to get Curious on board. So I can link away with World Chalice monster and some other monsters on the board, so I can get that off. One Curious. Curious is just broken, so it's self-explanatory. Gets you started. Nightmare Griffin and Sayuja Skodred. I don't play Borsword in the deck. I don't play Warlord Dragon in the deck. I don't play a lot of those monsters in the deck because they can hurt the consistency that you need. Plus, this is not an OTK deck. This is basically a 60-card stall deck, in my personal opinion. Sayuja Skodred just allows you to get the combo pieces you need to your hand, so it allows you to refix your hand. And then Nightmare Griffin's basically saying I could set Imperial Order on your turn and saying you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or on my turn, and then make it where you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! On your turn. That's it for the extra deck. For the side deck, it's a little different than most of my side decks. I do play 2 of every monster instead of 3 of each. The only things I play 3 of is the spells and traps, because sometimes you want to see those more than anything. For the monsters, get this a little bit wiped up here. For the monsters, I play double Ogre. Ogre is the best hand trap in the in the whole metagame, in my personal opinion. Ash Blossom is second best in personal opinion. Ogre allows you to get rid of the problematic cards that you can't deal with, so it's pretty good how it is. I would like to play 3, it's just the side deck is too tight to fit so many good cards in there. So I play 2 of that, and this is a 60 card deck, so most often you don't want to see the monsters, you want to see mainly the spells and traps. So Ogre is pretty good how it is. A surprising factor, I played double Nibiru and double Raw Spear mode. Both are self-explanatory in my personal opinion. They both do certain things depending on your matchups. Raw Spear mode is good because of your matchups. Yes, you do care about your normals on the deck, but most often, if you're going against a heavy meta player, Raw Spear mode you might want to play because that heavy meta player is probably too much. And then Nibiru is basically because if you go against another deck that does the same thing as you do, you might want to do Nibiru against them. That's my personal opinion on that. Nibiru is pretty powerful as well. Yes, you give him a token. Doesn't matter. You can get rid of the token pretty well in this deck. And then Raw Spear mode is Raw Spear mode. It's pretty busted how it is. You get rid of those problematic cards you just can't deal with. That's the reason why I play them at this. For the spell cards, I play Dark Ruler No More. It's the same thing as Azathoth. So if your opponent stops you on Azathoth combo and you have this in your hand, if you're going second, you can just play this as well, and your opponent can't really do anything against it. So if you're going second, this would be a good card to side in. Get rid of probably a bunch of your deck cards. That way you can play Dark Ruler No More and make it where your opponent just looks at you funny and be like, oh man, I can't continue. Or, oh man, he's going to be able to break my board. Yes, I will, because Dark Ruler No More says I can win. And then you do play Triple Twin Twister. Gets those heavy spell and trap card decks. They're pretty tough to deal with, mainly in this source of meta. You got like True Dracos, Altergeist if they're still pretty good. They're pretty good how they are. You got Sub-tiers, you want to probably get rid of those back rows because you can't deal with those, and you got other things that you can't deal with. So I think Twin Twister is pretty good to get rid of those problematic cards. Then you have Evenly Matched, which does the same thing as Twin Twisters. They just keep one card. That one card better make a difference, otherwise you get to win the game. So no matter what, I play this because I don't want to play Cosmic Cyclone. I do pay a lot of my life points in this deck. I don't want it to do a lot of shenanigans because I do give up a lot of life points in this deck. So I think Evenly Matched does pretty well. Like Cosmic Cyclone hurts you, but it can help you win certain games. System Down would be an amazing card. If you guys can't get your hands on a lot of these, a lot of the new promos, like Dark Ruler No More, Nibiru, I would personally say try to run, let's see, some other. You can run System Downs, Cosmic Cyclones, DD Crows, Effect Bellers, things of that nature. If you can't get your hands on a lot of the promos, I would recommend probably playing those cards. Overall, this deck does pretty well against certain matchups. It does have a hard time against a lot of decks if they swarm enough and get enough monsters on board. But overall, this deck is pretty broken how it is. In my personal opinion, there's a few changes I would like to do, mainly to the extra deck. Sometimes I would like to, main deck Boar Sword, to get that free OTK. There's a few other things I like to try out for the main deck. Maybe check out a few combo pieces. Maybe try some different engines out. I do remember I played a little bit far back. I played. Let's see. I played the Sky Striker engine. You guys can play that. You need just 3 engages and 1 Hornet drone to probably get you there. Or 2 engages and 1 Hornet drone. So either or, they pretty much do the same thing. You also want to be careful to main deck like certain engines like I did before. I did main deck the Striker engine. I did main deck the Invoke engine. Those engines both are pretty busted how it is. But overall, this deck is pretty good how it is. It does a lot of good consistency. It's pretty consistent how it is. It gets you the combo pieces you do need on the board. In my personal opinion, I won't stop playing this deck until the ban list comes. If nothing in this deck gets hit on the ban list, is cool. You can still go off for more combos. But if the ban list wants to hit, the ban list is the only thing you gotta fear about. Because you gotta fear about Cash Dragon, Levianeer, and Guardragon, Archlord. Both of those two are more likely to get hit on the ban list, but they're pretty. They might not. They might. You don't know. You don't know what Konami is thinking. But also, I will be trying to upload a few more deck profiles this upcoming week because I haven't got a chance to do so many videos lately. I've been working a lot lately. I've been doing a lot of different things for the past couple of weeks. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. And like always, Dragon Rockstar is signing out.